Thank you for joining us here live on the KPHN, where your Volusia Stingray A team is getting ready to take on the Osceola Stampede here in this high school hockey game. Let's go down today's lineup for your Volusia County Stingrays. You got number 19, Cole Halbrook. Number 59, Noah Phillips. Number 37, Enzo McGovern. Number 22, Jaden Ditsunen. Number 16, Elias Johannesson. Number 10, Johannesson. Sorry, I'm still trying to get all everybody's names straight. Number 2, Griffin Chisholm. Number 29, Jackson Smith. Playing up from the varsity B team is going to be number 45, Austin Ziegert. Number 9, Theo Wilkerson. Goaltenders today, it is number 33, Caden Hood, and number 26, Cole Petrosky. Very short bench for the Stingrays on this one today. All right, coming here at center ice for the face-off. It is going to be Enzo McGovern taking the face-off. Phillips to the right, Smith to the left. On the back end, it is going to be Johansson and and Halbrook. Let's get started on this first period of play here. And let's get started. McGovern in for the face-off. McGovern with that face-off wing kicks it back to Johansson. Johansson lobbing it up high, trying to get it up the way to McGovern. McGovern trying to get that puck away from Stampede as he's scrumming for it up against the board. Smith takes a hard fall. Smith trying to hold on to his stick as the puck comes all the way to the near side. Johansson takes it away over to Halbrook. Halbrook sending it up the boards and clears it out to center ice where the Stampede take over. Stampede with a turnover in their zone. Phillips takes a shot, passes it over the way to McGovern. McGovern banks it off the boards, trying to get it back to to Phillips. And the Stampede take it away back into the Stingray zone. In between the pipes today for the Stingrays, it is number 33, Caden Hood. Face-off is going to be coming to the stick side of Hood. Ditsunen taking the face-off. Chisholm Halbrook on the back end on defense as Johansson tries to get that puck up and out of there. Shot deflected to the near side corner. Grabbed by Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to get that puck up and out of there. It's stopped by Wilkerson again. Shot through traffic. Picked up by Halbrook in front of the net. Shot on goal. Save by Hood. 12:50 left to go in this first period. Face-off coming to the stick side of Hood. Ditsunen in again for the face-off. Ditsunen kicking that puck back along the backside over to Johannesson. As it comes out to center ice, it's picked up by Johansson. And it's going to be offsides on the Stingrays. Ditsunen at center, Wilkerson to the right, Johansson to the left. Halbrook and Chisholm in on the back end on defense. Stampede with it, taking it around the backside of the net. It's picked up by Johansson in the corner. Wilkerson trying to go after it along the side. Stampede doubling back, taking it to the top of the ice. They bank it up against the boards, trying to get it through the skates of Halbrook. And Stingrays dump it in deep into Stampede zone. Stampede field it behind their own goaltender. Chisholm fielding it here at center. Quick pass through center ice over to Halbrook. Halbrook gets laid out as Phillips back out on the ice. Puck comes over to the near side corner. McGovern putting the pressure on up against the side. It gets over to the way to Halbrook. Halbrook shovels it along the backside of the net, trying to get it over to the way to Phillips. Puck is stopped in front of the net and taken away by the Stampede. Stampede dumping it in deep into the Stingray zone. It's going to be picked up by Halbrook. Halbrook tapping it up the boards over to the side too. Johansson with quick moves through traffic, takes a shot, puck is loose. Oh, and Phillips with a great follow-up, and it literally bounced off the snow there to the left side. It's going to be icing on the Stampede with 11:13 left to go in this period. We're going to go all the way back. Face-off is coming to the glove side of Stampede goaltender. McGovern taking the face-off. On the back end, Ziegert and Johansson in on defense. Smith and Phillips both on the sides flanking McGovern. Johansson tapping it along the way over to Smith. Smith not able to keep his footing as the Stampede take it away at center ice. They get through center, but not without a fight there along the edge by Johansson. Johansson clearing it out to center ice to get it off of the skate of Smith. Smith tried to stop that puck with his skate, but McGovern gets tangled up in the corner. Smith trying to get that puck up and out of there to the top of the blue line. Ziegert sending it deep into the Stampede zone. It's grabbed by Phillips. Phillips back up to the blue line to Ziegert. Ziegert sending it in front of the net. Turned around by McGovern with a shot redirected by Stampede goaltender. Stampede taking around the backside of their own goalie and play it up against the boards and not able to get it cleared to center as Johansson steps up to grab that puck first. Johansson moving that puck around the corner. Gitsunin out on the ice here now. Johansson literally weaving his way through many Stampede players. Ziegert at the blue line, fires, save by Stampede goaltender with 10:04 left to go here in this first period. Face-off is going to be coming to the stick side of Stampede goaltender. Gitsunin taking the draw with Wilkerson and Johansson on either side. Chisholm and Halbrook in on defense. Puck comes up to the blue line. Stampede making their way through, making a quick drive all the way into Stingray zone. Shot on goal, deflected by Hood. Puck comes up to the top corner again, grabbed by Gitsunin. Gitsunin trying to scrum hard for that puck. It comes loose, and here comes Wilkerson with it. Wilkerson making their way through the zone, dumping that puck in deep into the Stampede territory. Stampede kicking it around the backside of their goaltender, and we've got a penalty coming up here now against number 9, Theo Wilkerson. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 68. I thought he pointed out Wilkerson on that one. Stingrays going on a power play with 9:35 left to go in this first period. Coming to the stick side, it is going to be Wilkerson taking the draw, kicking that puck back along the way over to Gitsunin to Halbrook. Halbrook holding it, tapping it back over to Gitsunin. Puck gets deflected up against the glasses. Gitsunin gets turned around, and the Stampede now with it, skating it fast and furious out of the Stingray zone, or back into the Stingray zone, lobbing it around the backside of Hood. A minute left to go in the power play for the Stingrays as the puck comes up all the way down to center ice. Stampede with it. Stampede dumping it deep. Hood's going to get it. Hood with it, shoveling it around the corner to Halbrook at the top of the boards. Halbrook with it. 45 seconds left to go in the power play as Halbrook making a drive. Quick pass through center, dumping it in deep into the Stingray zone, or I'm sorry, the Stampede zone, but it's going to be icing with 40 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. We're going all the way back. Face-off is coming to the stick side of Hood. McGovern taking the face-off draw. Got Smith and Phillips both out there on the ice with them as Smith rushes in to try and get that puck. Stampede push it out to center ice, and they are going to calm it down. Phillips able with the takeaway, getting through 3 Stampede players at once. Taps it back to the top of the blue line to Johansson. Johansson to Phillips. Phillips gets it over to the corner, over to McGovern. McGovern back along the way to the top of the ice, over to Johansson. Johansson from the blue line, shoveling up the glass over to Smith. Smith with it. He's got Phillips and McGovern set up in the lane. It comes to the blue line, over to Johansson. Johansson to Chisholm. Chisholm from the circle, shoots. Great save, another shot deflected up and out of play. 2 great saves by the Stampede goaltender with 8:02 left to go here as time expired on that power play for the Stingrays. McGovern in for that faceoff, kicking it back along the boards to the blue line to Johansson. Johansson holding on to it at the line, tapping it up the way over to Smith. Smith trying to get it through traffic, getting it around the way. I'm sorry, not Smith, Phillips. Stampede taking it away with a quick passing through center, getting it up along the way. Halbrook comes up with that puck around the backside of Hood. Halbrook trying to hold on to that puck as it is dangerously passed in front of the net there. Phillips with an opportunity to get through, pull the trigger, shoots, and save by Stampede goaltender again with 7:29 left to go here in this first period. Faceoff is coming to the stick side of Stampede goaltender as, Dick Sunin got knocked down trying to get to it. It's going to be grabbed by Halbrook along the backside of Hood. Halbrook taking it along the way, tapping it over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson looking to hold it, passes it up the way over to back over to Halbrook. Halbrook misses on the pass, and Hood is there to drop and cover with 7:03 left to go here in this scoreless first period. Faceoff coming to the glove side of Hood. Dixon and taking that draw again, tapping it along the way over to Halbrook. Halbrook gets it over to the side to Ziegert. Ziegert gets put into the boards as it is picked up by Halbrook again, tapping it along the way to Ziegert. Ziegert trying to hold on to it. Wilkerson here to save it. Collision just at mid-ice, and it's picked up by Johansson. Johansson with it. Johansson gets it over to center ice, tapping it up the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson moves it in as they get literally pushing and shoving to get that puck over into the Stampede zone, but it's going to be offsides on the Stingrays with 6:33 left to go in this first period. Stingrays able to push that puck in deep into Stampede zone with a quick shot by Ditsunin and another great save by Stampede goaltender. Ditsunin again on the side, taps it, gets that face-off wing, getting it over to, tried to get it over to the side to Wilkerson. Wilkerson tapped it along the way to Johansson there, but they weren't able to keep it in the zone. Ditsunin finally able to send it in deep into the corner. Smith going after it along the side, tapping it back along the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson tried to hold on to it, but the Stampede with an opportunity, moving it in deep into the Stingray zone, and a great job by Ziegert to get that puck pushed out of the way. Smith getting tangled up into it at the top of the ice. Ditsunin clearing it up to the red line. It's picked off by Wilkerson, but it's offsides. Offsides with 5:40 left to go, but totally worth it. That was a worth it. Faceoff coming to the bottom of the blue line outside of the Stampede zone. It is going to be McGovern taking the faceoff with Phillips down to the right. And it looks like Halbrook's out there along with Johansson and Chisholm. Chisholm with a quick pass through center, able to get over to Johansson. Johansson tried to get that puck knocked down, but it pops back out to center ice. Stingrays trying to keep the Stampede out, and a great job by McGovern moving that puck along the corner. Phillips literally dancing around the side there as the puck clears out here through center deep into the Stampede zone. Stampede get it, taking it around the backside of their own goaltender, clearing it up to center ice. Halbrook getting hit up against the boards in front of the bench. Chisholm passing it up the way to center to McGovern. McGovern taking it into the zone. It's stripped away by the Stampede. Phillips gets it in the corner, passing it back to McGovern. McGovern looking to see where he can send it. He drops it to Halbrook in the corner. Halbrook centers it up. Chisholm from the blue line. Looking to shoot. It gets deflected off of the skate of the Stampede as the puck bounces up and into center ice, deep into the Stingray zone. Halbrook passing it up the way to McGovern. McGovern circling it around. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first period. Stampede with it in their own zone. Clearing it out quickly to center. It's coming all the way down deep into the Stingray zone. And we're going to have icing on the Stampede with 4:18 left to go in this period. We're going to go all the way back. Face-off coming to the glove side of Face-off is coming to the glove side of the Stampede goaltender. Ditsunen taking the draw with Smith to the left. Wilkerson to the right. Ziegert and Johansson in on the back on defense. Ditsunen wins that face-off, getting it over to the corner to Wilkerson. Wilkerson taps it to Ziegert from the blue line. Ziegert fires one off, and I really hope that one player was wearing their cup because that hit in a really unfortunate place. Great job by Johansson keeping it in on the blue line, sending it towards the net. Great save by the Stampede goaltender. Wilkerson again with it along the near side, taps it up to Johansson. Johansson's got a spot, takes a shot, and another amazing save by the goaltender on the Stampede. 3:52 left to go here in this first period. Face-off again coming down to the glove side of Stampede goaltender. No change in the line for the Stingrays. Ditsunen wins the face-off, gets it over to Wilkerson, who passed it to Ziegert. Ziegert let one fly, and again, off of a rebound, a great save by the goaltender. Changing things up. Smith on the face-off. Gets in and taps it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to hold on to that puck. Tapping it to the corner to Smith. Gets in and to get to it. Tapping it back to Smith. Bouncing puck in front of the net as Wilkerson tried to knock that puck into the net. It gets cleared up at the boards as it's a race between the Stampede and Wilkerson to get to that puck in time in the corner. Wilkerson wins that race, and the puck comes to the near side corner. Johansson is going to be called on a penalty now. Cross check. And number 16, Elias Johansson, heading to the box for a cross check. So Stingrays going on a penalty kill here now for the next minute 30 with 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this first period. Stingrays win the face-off. That is going to be Phillips that won that face-off, getting it over to the corner to Chisholm. Chisholm looking to cut that lane off as they take a shot. Net is off the post, and they call a stoppage of play. A minute 19 left to go on the penalty kill for the Stingrays. Face-off coming to the glove side of Hood. Phillips taking the face-off, wins it, gets it to Chisholm. Chisholm able to clear it in deep all the way down into Stampede zone. Stampede goaltender gets to it first, sending it along to the near side corner. McGovern in pursuit of that puck around the backside of the net. He's got it in the corner, but the Stampede get it cleared here to center ice and up to the top of the boards into the Stingray zone. McGovern slowing that puck down. Going to take it around the backside of Hood. Playing it up the boards to Chisholm. Chisholm able to deflect that puck in deep into the Stampede zone where Phillips is going to get to it. Phillips looking to try and pin him up against the boards in the corner. Phillips is going to have a nice bruise on the hip from that one as it is Halbrook with it. Halbrook lobbing it in deep into the Stampede zone. Stampede looking to try and get it cleared as Phillips sends it back around the backside of their goaltender. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Stingrays as the Stampede make a drive into the Stingray zone. They got an opportunity to take a shot. Saved by Hood with 13 seconds left to go in the penalty kill and a minute 54 left to go in the period. Faceoff is going to be coming to the glove side of Hood. Stingrays not able to win that faceoff, but the Stampede keep it into the zone. Excuse me, so sorry. Halbrook, great defense on the line there as Smith trying to keep his edge, chasing that puck down around the backside as Stampede. Goaltender and Smith taking a header into the board. Puck gets deflected up and out of play with a minute 30 left to go in this first period. Stingrays going to the penalty box here for a tripping call. So Stingrays on a power play. Gets in and in at center on the faceoff. It gets kicked over to the side to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to chase it down. Jitsunen with it. Jitsunen centering it up to Smith. Smith with a turnaround shot. Puck is late. Did it go in? No goal! Holy cats! Wow, that was a great job. Wow. I'm not going to lie on that one. That was a lucky save on that Stampede goaltender side. A minute 16 left to go in the power play and the period as Johansson tries to send it towards the net. It's denied on the side. Smith with it in the corner. Smith trying to get that puck moved out of there. Gets tangled up by the Stampede player who decides that this is soccer. Kicking the puck. Ziegert tried to fire from the blue line, but now it's Johansson's turn as he fires in another great save by the goaltender with 53 seconds left to go in the power play and in the period. Hello. Face-off coming to the glove side of Stampede goaltender. Jitsunen at center again with Wilkerson and Smith left and right. Ziegert looking to try and get that puck as Johansson's going to chase him down at the top of the boards. It comes all the way down deep into the Stingray zone. Johansson's going to get to it first. Ziegert steps up to give him a hand. Johansson's going to be the one that comes up with the puck, skating it through center ice and now into Stampede zone. He's got the opportunity. Taps it to Jitsunen. Jitsunen not able to make the connection. Stampede with it. Getting it out through center ice and back over. Stripped away by Smith. Smith with the chance. Takes a shot. Score! Power play goal by number 29, Jackson Smith, with 17 seconds left to go in this period and 16 seconds left to go in the power play. So great job by number 29, Jackson Smith, who puts it in the back of the net. Coming here at center, McGovern's going to take the face-off with Phillips down below. Jitsunen up top. On the back end, it is going to be Ziegert and Halbrook in on defense as Phillips dumps that puck in deep. We've got 5 seconds left to go in the period. Stampede get it cleared to center. Ziegert with it, holds it down, and that is it for our first period. All right, thank you so much for joining us here live on the KPHN, where your Volusia County Stingrays are taking on the Osceola Stampede in this high school hockey Saturday. Join us next Saturday, May 10th, Mother's Day weekend, at the Daytona Ice Arena. Game time will be at 6 p.m. However, we encourage you to get there early because we are celebrating senior night in Daytona for all of our high school seniors. So make sure you join us again early at 5:40 p.m. for our senior night ceremony. We look forward to having you there. Getting ready to start this second period here soon. We'll head to center ice for the face-off. Here at center for the face-off, McGovern's taking the face-off. Smith to the left. Up top is Phillips with Chisholm and Halbrook in on defense. Here we go. McGovern on the face-off draw. It gets picked up by the Stampede. Chisholm tries to get that puck cleared, and he does. Stampede take it away again. Dumping it in deep around the backside of number 33, Caden Hood, who's in net today for the Stingrays. Puck comes dangerously close in front of passing it, or the Stampede send it through the crease in front of Hood. And they take it around the backside of Hood again. Stampede have it. Around the backside of Hood, it's picked up by Phillips. Phillips with it, getting it past the red line, dumping it in deep into Stampede zone. Stampede have it around the backside of Hood. Scrum for it as it's pinned up against the boards. Smith comes up, Smith not able to, or was able to poke it out. Chisholm passing it along the way to Halbrook. Halbrook shoots just wide. McGovern gets that rebound in the corner as the Stampede move it quickly through center ice, looking to get past Halbrook. Chisholm stops it, redirects, shot. Great job by Hood along the side to stop that puck as the Stingrays come up with it as McGovern sends it across center, picked up by the Stampede again as they look to make another drive. Smith trying to make a move through center ice. Oh, Smith got hooked around the head on that one. Shot on goal high over the head of Hood. Halbrook able to clear it, and it's going to be a high stick. I didn't see the high stick on that one. I didn't see the high stick. Yeah, I heard there was a 10-minute penalty called on number 71, Austin Wilkerson, from our varsity B game earlier because of no mouth guard.
I watched that.
It is Ziegert with a shot through traffic as it comes up to the top of the ice. Wilkerson gets to it next. Wilkerson skating in and out of traffic, zigging, zagging, shooting, saving by the Stampede goaltender.
I forgot my mouth guard, and I told Jackson was luckily behind me, and he grabbed it for me. Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Halfway through the first period, I didn't have it though.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so Ditsunen taking the face off with Johansson to the right. Johansson to the left. Wilkerson to the right. Johansson on the back end on defense with Ziegert. Ziegert trying to go after it as the puck gets dumped deep into the Stingray zone. Whoa! Stampede player took a hard hit into the boards. Slow getting up. We're just going to move away for a moment as they tend to the player. There is an injury on the ice right now by the Stampede. No penalty coming up. They both were playing the puck and went into the boards at the same time, but it did look like the player hit his head off of the glass. So we are just taking a brief moment while they tend to the player who is down. The player is moving. As he took a really hard hit into the board. So we're just going to hold here for a moment as the player is assisted up by his coach. Getting up on his own power. And is being skated off with the assistance of, actually he's skating off under his own power. So That's the kind of hit you don't know if it's the head or if it's just got the wind knocked out of you on it. So, but with 11:50 left to go here in this second period, we're going to see where they're going to put this face-off here. Looks like it's going to be at the bottom of the blue line outside of the Stingray zone. Gets in and going to take the face-off. He's got Wilkerson to the right. Johansson to the left on the back end, Johannesson and Ziegert. We're looking for one more player to come up here to take that draw for the Stampede. And here we go. Gets in and pushing that puck through. Wilkerson taps it in a little bit deeper, but it is picked up and sent in deep into the Stampede zone. Stampede are going to get it. Stampede get it. It's going to be icing on the Stampede with 11:34 left to go here in this second period. We're going to go all the way back.
Who scored that first goal again?
Jackson Smith, number 29. He scored. Yeah, he scored that goal at the end of
First period.
end of the first period with 17 seconds left to go in the power play. It was a power play goal. So speaking of Smith, he takes that face off, getting it quickly over to McGovern. McGovern fires one off and it deflects out into center ice as it is covered by Hood with, oh, nope, no stoppage of play as Hood plays it over to the side to Johannesson. Kicking it up the boards over to Phillips. Phillips passing it through to Smith. Smith with a quick tap over to Johansson. Johansson trying to hold on to it. Gets it over to Ziegert at center. Ziegert from the red line. Gets it up the way to Phillips. Phillips fires wide. Comes over to the near side again. Smith trying to go for it. Puck gets deflected all the way to the boards to the top of the ice where McGovern tries to send it back. McGovern keeping his stick in there to keep that puck in play for the Stingrays. Phillips taps it back to McGovern. McGovern sending it through the slot over to the side to Phillips. Phillips with a backhand shot gets deflected. Again, puck deflects out to center ice as Johannesson takes that hit at center. Johansson. McGovern got it, tapping it over to the side to the blue line to Ziegert. Ziegert through traffic. Doesn't make it over to, again, the blue line. Puck comes all the way back to center to Johansson. Johansson to Smith. Smith back to Johannesson. Stingrays into the Stampede zone. Johansson holding on to that puck in the corner. Wrapping it around. Back to the blue line. Ziegert not able to stop it as it's going to come all the way back down to Hood. Hood sending it all over to the blue line where it's picked up by Johansson. Johansson flinging it along the way to McGovern. McGovern with the puck through center ice. Holding on to that puck. Oh, taps it off of the skate of the Stampede player. Johansson fields that puck as the Stampede player went to the boards again, head first. Johansson with it. Gets it into the Stampede zone. Moves it in deep along the backside of the goaltender. Fresh legs on the ice for the Stingrays. As the puck comes out to center ice, it is Halbrook passing it up the way to Chisholm. Chisholm with it. Chisholm dumping it in to the corner. Smith looking to go after it along the backside of the net. Halbrook at the blue line to defend. As it comes up to Halbrook, he gets it at center. Halbrook taking it into the zone, but it's going to be offsides on the Stingrays with 8:51 left to go here in this second period.
Jackson Smith, way off.
Yes, he was way off. You want to grab the other mic? You can talk with me. Jitsun in at center to take the face off. Johansson to the left. Up top, it is Wilkerson. Wilkerson going after it as Halbrook gets that puck. From the red line, the Stampede take it away with a shot on Hood. Save. 8:38 left to go in this second period.
Your offer.
Grab it.
Where's it?
It's in there. Face-off is coming to the stick side of Hood. Jitsunen's going to take the face off. Jitsunen's got it. Getting it back the way to Halbrook. Halbrook trying to get a hold of that puck. A deflected puck bounces high to the top boards in the Stingray zone from the blue line. Stampede send it back to the corner. Chisholm going after it. Sends it up the boards. Wilkerson not able to stop it there, so the Stampede get a shot off. It's wide of Hood. Halbrook puts that pit maneuver up there, so Jitsunen able to get through, making his way through into Stampede zone. He's still holding on to that puck. He dumps it into the corner on the backside of the net. Puck comes up again to the blue line. Chisholm fires through traffic. It's wide. Comes along to the near side. Halbrook has it. Halbrook with it. Centering up over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson not able to get any momentum on that puck in front of the net as the Stampede not able to move it into the Stingray zone. It's picked up by by Halbrook, who moves it into the top corner of the ice. Puck comes along to the near side boards as we've got just over 7 minutes left to go in this period. Chisholm with it in the corner, picked off by the Stampede. Stampede with an opportunity, with a breakaway shot. Shot on goal, denied by Hood.
Wow.
Picked up by Phillips. Phillips able to clear it up to Chisholm. Chisholm clears it out to center ice, all the way down the way to Jitsunen. Jitsunen with the passing across the way to Johansson. Johansson not able to get his stick down in time, and it is taken away by the Stampede. Johansson with it in the Stampede zone. Stampede hits him on the top of the head with his stick. Not sure how that wasn't seen, but okay. Johansson trying to get that puck back. Stampede with it. Cross ice pass deep into the Stingray zone. Picked up by Johansson around the backside of Hood. Johansson sends it across the way over to Smith. Smith with it. Takes it around the backside of the goaltender. Centering that puck up over to Ziegert. Ziegert not able to hold it in, but able to slow it down to get it back into the Stampede zone, but Jitsunen just slightly offsides.
Is this working?
It's working. It's gonna, whenever you'll hear it on there, but it's on. So face-off is going to be coming to the bottom of the blue line, just outside of the Stampede zone. McGovern taking the face-off up top. It is Phillips with Smith down below. Johansson and Ziegert in on defense. Johansson making his way through the Stampede zone, passing that puck up the top of the boards to Phillips. Phillips fires one off, and another great save by Stampede goaltender. 6:04 left to go here in this second period.
That's a great shot from him.
It was. McGovern in at center to take the face-off. Stampede win that draw, and they make their way through center ice now into the Stingray zone as they come over to the corner. Johansson putting them into the boards, and Johansson's going to get a penalty here now. Johansson's going to get called on a penalty.
Johansson with a
they're going to
huge
call
hit on Lauer.
Yeah. Was that Lauer?
That was Lauer. Lauer's 23.
Lauer is 23. Now, like I said, these high school teams consist of players from all over Central Florida. And so these players have been playing together, not just high school hockey teams, but also on travel teams for many, many seasons now. So it is always a fun rivalry when they get to play against each other in these scenarios. So Jitsunen now trying to hold on to that puck. He's got it at center ice, making his way through with an opportunity from the left circle, looking to get a shot, and he gets pushed around to the backside of the net. Jitsunen still holding possession of the puck. Chisholm with receives that pass at the blue line, able to dump it in around to the backside of the net. It's going to be the Stampede that come up with the puck here at center, tapping it up the way into the Stingray zone, and Chisholm clears it all the way down deep into the Stampede zone with 50 seconds left to go here in this Penalty kill for the Stingrays. Stampede with it, making his way through into Stingrays territory from a shot from the side. Hood. Not sure if Hood got a piece of that puck or not, but it was wide, bumping that puck all the way down deep into the Stampede zone with 30 seconds left to go in this penalty kill for the Stingrays. Stampede with it. They're looking to get through. You're good. You're good. Picked up by the Stampede. They bank it up against the boards. Chisholm tried to get his stick out in there, but it's going to come around the backside of of Hood. And Stingrays able to get it cleared as it comes all the way around the backside of Hood with 5 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Stingrays. Chisholm saucers it all the way down deep into the Stampede zone. And we are back to full strength. Great job by the Stingrays killing off that penalty, as we've got just over 4 minutes left to go in this second period. Johansson's going to grab that puck here in the corner, fresh out of that sin bin. He moves it up the boards over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson now skating through the way. Chisholm gets plowed. What did you see over there?
From the looks of it, it looks like one of the Stampede players tripped up Griffin, and the bench itself started cheering. I don't know why the referees did not call that one.
Well, they missed that trip. But what you didn't see down here was a laser of a shot fired off by Ditsunen, and another great save by the Stampede goaltender with 3:51 left to go in this second period. McGovern's going to take this face off. Smith to the left, Phillips to the right. Johansson and Ziegert in on defense. They're looking to get around Ziegert. Ziegert with a big play at center ice, slowing down that drive as Phillips steps up in there to get that puck up and out. He taps it back along the way over to Smith. Smith with it. Smith with the opportunity again, dropping that back to McGovern. McGovern fires. It gets deflected up into the glass behind Stampede goaltender. Smith getting his stick in there, trying to get that puck out of there. Stampede coming up with it. They come around to the near side. It is batted out of the way by Johansson. Stampede have it in front of their own net. Puck deflected off of Smith. Yeah, deflected off of the stick of Smith. Stampede with it. They look to get past center ice. They're kind of stuck there on the blue line right outside their zone because the Stingrays keeping it in. Great job by Smith. Smith fires, and another great save by Stampede goaltender. That goaltender is very, very good.
Yeah, but the combination between Smith and McGovern has always been a great one, even when I was playing for them. They've always been a great duo.
They definitely got that passing game down well between the two of them. So now let's see what we got coming up here. Smith is going to take the draw. He's got McGovern to his left, so Smith can win that. We'll see. Look for a quick shot, but the Stampede end up coming up big with that face-off win. The Stampede are looking for a trip on that. They're not going to get it as McGovern has it in the corner. They get it up to the blue line to Ziegert. Ziegert fires through traffic. It gets deflected. It's going to be Phillips that gets that puck here along the boards, along the backside, but the Stampede come up with it. Stampede now making their way in deep into the Stingray zone. Quick pass in front of Hood. Hood saves with 2:25 left to go here in this second period.
Yeah.
All right. Face-off is going to be coming to the stick side of Hood. For many, many of these kids, this week starts tryouts for travel hockey. So good luck to all of our players that are trying out, no matter what league you're trying out for. All over the state of Florida, travel tryouts begin this week. Wilkerson able to pass that puck up the way to Ditsunen. Ditsunen kicking it into high gear. Centers it up. It's deflected to the side. Wilkerson able to pick it up, but he gets twisted around, and the Stampede pick it up, getting it back through center ice. Stampede making their way fast and furious into the Stingray zone. It's grabbed by Ditsunen on the near side corner. Ditsunen with it now, playing it through the skates of the Stampede player. Looking like a little bit of hooking on that one.
That was an obvious hook.
It was definitely a hook. But it's grabbed by Wilkerson, sorry,
Great
not sure who
Cole.
was that on that one. That was Halbrook that cleared that puck out of there. Wilkerson swings in to give Johannesson a hand, but it's going to be offsides with 1:28 left to go in this period. Faceoff is coming here to the bottom of the blue line outside of Stampede zone. Halbrook Chisholm in on defense as Ditsunen takes the draw. It is Johansson that was able to tap that puck back into center or back into the Stampede zone, but Halbrook's going to field it deep in Stingrays territory. Halbrook taking it around the backside of Hood. Ditsunen now with it again. Holding it around the backside of Hood, passing it up the way to the blue line to Chisholm. It gets cleared from the zone and dumped in to Stingrays territory where Halbrook's going to field it. Halbrook thought he was dropping that puck back to Ditsunen, but it got cleared out to center ice. Johansson is not very happy with that one as the Stampede send it all the way down deep into the Stingray zone for icing with 41.8 seconds left to go in this second period. And we're going to go all the way back.
You know what? I don't blame Halbrook for that. That patch of ice, that entire line right there has always been a problem for everyone out here. There's been countless falls. There's been countless just losses of the puck. It's terrible out there.
Is it just rough ice out there?
It's pretty rough ice, but it's only in that area.
Eesh. All right, Stampede have it in the near side corner, looking to move that puck out of their own zone. It's kept in by Phillips, but it gets knocked out to center by the Stampede. Stampede fighting hard for it at that red line. Struggling, but they get it into the Stingray zone. They get a shot off, but it's deflected high and into the air as McGovern picks it up and gets that rebound. Phillips going after it at the top of the ice, passing it over to center to Smith. Smith fires. It is wide. Again, Phillips picks it up, centering it up to McGovern, but we're going to have a stoppage of play on the ice as the net comes off the post again. 4.6 seconds left to go in this second period. Smith taking the face-off with McGovern to his left. Here we go. Quick draw by Smith to Phillips. Phillips to Ziegert, who fires, and that is it for our second period.
Ooh. Stingray is still leading by 1 point.
Yep. Thank you for joining us here live on the KPHN, where your Volusia County Stingrays varsity A team is taking on the Osceola Stampede in this high school hockey Saturday game. Don't forget to join us next weekend, Mother's Day weekend, on Saturday, May 10th. Game time is at 6 p.m., but make sure you're there early at 5:40 p.m. because we've got a special night planned in Daytona at the Daytona Ice Arena. It is senior night, so make sure that you come out. We want as many people as we can get out there to support our graduating seniors.
And what date is that again?
That is Saturday, May 10th. Thanks for asking on that one. We're getting ready to start this third period here as the Stingrays holding on to a 1-0 lead here at the Ice Factory of Central Florida in Kissimmee.
We've had a great fight on both ends here, but Stingrays have been able to come out on top so far. All they need to do now is hold that.
I agree. Keeping up those shots on goals is huge.
It definitely is weird playing out of ice or out of another rink. We've been playing in Daytona for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's the first time we're not playing in Daytona in a very long time, so we need to get used to this ice again.
Exactly. All right, coming out here to center ice for the face-off. It looks like Jackson Smith's going to take the draw with nope. Enzo McGovern's going to take that draw at center with Jackson Smith up top, Noah Phillips to the right. Austin Ziegert on the back end along with number 16, Elias Johansson on the back end on defense. You know what? I'm so sorry. I keep getting Johannesson and Johansson. Yeah. I'm just going to start calling him Special J. I really don't know what to say on this one.
I'm sorry. I only know the name. I only know the first name. She only knows the last names. We're all kind of tied up here.
All right. Here we go with McGovern taking the face-off. They've got 10 minutes on the clock. I'm not sure why it says 10 minutes on the clock. It should be 14, so we got to
According to the last problem, they cut down our time due to public skating issues.
Seriously?
Yep, they cut down our game by 2 minutes for public skate, and from the looks of it, they're cutting this one down by 4 minutes for public skate.
This game actually started earlier, so I'm not exactly sure. This shouldn't have to be a penalty. This should. If I were the Stampede, I'd be pretty pissed right now.
Looking at the Stampede's faces on the bench, they don't look too happy about what's going on right now.
No, they don't. This is...
The coach is trying to get one of the refs' attention right now.
Yeah. So they've taken 4 minutes off of the clock because of public skate afterwards, but this was on the schedule. This was planned, and yeah.
Yeah, they did the same to our game.
I didn't notice the difference in the second period, or in the third period of your guys' game.
Shave 2 minutes.
If I were the Stampede, I'd be very, yeah. All right, well, here we go. 10 minutes only in this period, which it doesn't look like either coach is very thrilled with this decision. So that is definitely something that'll be brought up. Stingrays win that face-off. Ziegert gets that pass over to Johansson. Johansson passes it up the way to Phillips. Phillips makes his move. Shoots.
Great shot.
Another shot by McGovern. It's high over the head of Stampede goaltender. Again, Johansson from the blue line. Centers it up over to Smith. Smith with a quick shot to McGovern. McGovern fires one off. And another great save by the Stampede goaltender. From the blue line again. Back over to Ziegert. Ziegert's got an open shot. It gets taken away by the Stampede. Stampede have it in front of their own net, moving it out of the zone with 9 minutes left to go in this game. Stampede making their way into the zone. Get it up in front of Hood. They've got it in front of the net as Johansson clears it out to the top of the ice. With the puck around the backside of Hood, it is grabbed by Johansson. Johansson's got it through two, going coast to coast. Yeah, and another save on the Stampede goaltender.
You got to give it to the Stampede's goaltender. He's holding strong out there, keeping this team in the game.
He is. But you know what? I'm not going to lie. The goaltending on both the Stampede's B and A team, really amazing.
Both goalies have done really good so far.
8:49 left to go in the game as Ditsunen taking the face-off. Wilkerson to the right. Johansson to the left. Chisholm fires from the blue line. It's wide. Johansson again trying to get that puck over to the side to Ditsunen. Ditsunen gets pitted up against the board as Wilkerson tries to go after it. Stampede come up big time with it. Stampede moving it through center ice, trying to get it around Chisholm. It's dropped off, picked up by Wilkerson. Wilkerson moves it over to the side to Johansson. Johansson trying to get to it. Puck comes back to Chisholm. Stampede have it in their own zone. Quick pass off to center ice. It's picked up by Halbrook. Halbrook up against the boards, trying to get it over to Ditsunen. Ditsunen going to come up with it, moving it quickly into the Stampede zone. Looking to pull the trigger, and it gets kicked away. Stampede clear it out to center ice, and it's grabbed by Halbrook. Halbrook, cross ice pass through center to Chisholm. Chisholm moving it in, tapping it over to Wilkerson at the bottom of the blue line. Wilkerson sending it towards the net, and it is a soft pull, but a cover by the Stampede goaltender.
You know, the Stingrays have a really good ability of being able to cut through everyone, but we just need to start firing that puck sooner, and maybe we can get more goals in.
Right? You kind of sounded Canadian there for a minute. All right, Ditsunen taking the face off with Wilkerson to the right. Johansson to the left. Halbrook and Chisholm still on the back end on defense as it comes around to the backside of the net again. Ditsunen chasing it down in the corner. Ditsunen gets it over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson taps it up the way over to Halbrook. Halbrook sending it back along the corner to Ditsunen. Ditsunen with it. Passing it up the board to Chisholm. Chisholm fires through traffic. Save by Stampede goaltender with 7:22 left to go in this game. Face-off is going to be coming to the glove side of Stampede goaltender.
Griffin Chisholm has always had a very good ability of firing that puck at a stationary pace. He's a great defenseman,
Yes, he absolutely is. And he's got a deadly shot. Puck is loose in front of the net. It comes up to the side as the Stingrays try to keep it in the Stampede zone. Stampede clear it. But no, like you were saying, Chase, earlier, it is an amazing shot that Chisholm has from that blue line. He's got some power behind it. Getsunin getting that puck in towards the net, looking to hold it down. Backhand shot cleared out of the way by Stampede goaltender. Chisholm trying to hold it at that blue line. He picks it up again. Taps it up the way to Johansson. Johansson shoots, deflected to the side by the goaltender. Chisholm again with it. It gets deflected up and out of play into the netting above the glass. Six minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the game. McGovern's going to take the face-off with Phillips to the right, Smith to the left, Ziegert, and Johansson on the back end. Johansson from the blue line fires. Save by
this goal is really keeping that Stampede in this.
Yeah, he is. That goaltender for the Stampede is fantastic. 6:33 left to go in the game. McGovern in again for the face-off. McGovern gets it. It gets back to Johansson. Johansson looking to hold it at the blue line. Skates up to the circle. Shoots. Deflected wide. It's going to be grabbed on the near side here by Johansson again. He's got Ziegert at the blue line. Passes it across the way to McGovern. McGovern from the circle. At the top of the ice, it's stripped away by the Stampede. Stampede trying to hold it in as Ziegert with it. Ziegert got it through the zone and into the Stampede territory before the Stampede take it away.
I got to give it to Austin Ziegert. He just came back from a very awful JV game, and he's doing this really good here.
Stampede taken away again with a strip at center ice as that puck is loose in front of Hood. Hood redirects it over to the side. Phillips is able to pull it over to the side to Ziegert. Ziegert moves it into the zone. Ziegert's got it in the corner. McGovern steps up to give him a hand with it. Ziegert's got it. Hey, there's a mouth guard on the ice. I wonder if the official's going to call a 10-minute penalty on someone.
Yeah, Ziegert's been doing amazing both games here.
Puck comes all the way out to center ice. It's stopped by Johansson. Johansson taps it to Phillips. Phillips with it in Stampede zone, but the Stampede get it cleared again out to center ice. Ziegert's going to go after it. Ziegert has it deep in the Stingray zone. It gets caught up in the netting behind Hood. Johansson's got it now. Going to take it around the backside. Hood again. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the game. And a great crosswise pass to Phillips. Phillips looking to fire. He loses his edge.
That should be a penalty shot there.
To try to get something, but there was a little bit of tripping going on there. They're not going to call anything on this one with 4:50 left to go in this game.
It seems they're only calling a penalty on it, but that should be a penalty shot.
Are they calling it a penalty shot? Are they going to give him the opportunity on it?
Seems they're talking about it right now.
All right, penalty was called, but they're not going to give him a shot.
Wow.
No, that's crazy. That's great. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is on it. So here we go with a minute 30 left to go. A minute 30 on the power play for the Stingrays. Here we go. McGovern taking the face-off with Wilkerson on the right. Up top, it is going to be Johansson with the puck. Passes it to Halbrook. Halbrook fires. Stingrays looking to try and get another shot off the rebound. It's picked off by the Stampede. Stampede holding it there in their own zone. Getsunin racing up to try and get to that puck. Stampede clear it all the way down deep into the Stingray zone. Hood is going to be Johansson. It gets it around the backside of Hood's net. Johansson taking it down through center ice, making his way through the zone into Stampede's territory. Johansson seeking it around, looking to wrap that shot around to the side. Wow. McGovern gets checked from behind. No call on that one as it is Ditsunin sending it back deep into the corner to McGovern. McGovern with it. McGovern's got Johansson at the blue line. He does. McGovern taps it up the way to, who was that? Oh, that was Halbrook.
That was Halbrook that shot that. It was a brilliant shot.
It was a great shot from the top of the circle there by Halbrook. We got 3:49 left to go in this game and 29 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays.
You know, almost every Stingray out there has had a brilliant shot on this goalie, yet this goalie is still holding really strong today.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Stingrays are going to have to field this puck deep in center ice as Halbrook has it in Stingray zone. Halbrook saucering it across the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson quick to move it back into the Stampede zone. Wilkerson holding that puck strong, tripping himself up, but still maintains possession of the puck as we've got 5 seconds left to go in the power play. Ditsunin steps up to grab that puck out of there, and we are back at full strength as the Stampede make their drive. And it's quickly shut down by the Stingrays at center with 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this game. Johansson with it at the blue line, dumping it in deep around the backside of Stampede goaltender. Stampede get it around the backside of the net. It's picked up by McGovern. McGovern scrumming hard for that puck as the Stampede send it up. Halbrook with a shot through traffic. Great save by the Stampede goaltender. Wilkerson with a backhand shot again. Ditsunin trying to get his shot off. Johansson trying to get his shot off. Ditsunin gets it along the corner, wraps it around, and a save again by the Stampede goaltender.
This goaltender's fighting tooth and nail right now.
This goaltender is amazing. So 2:36 left to go in this game. Oof. Here we go as we get ready to face off to the stick side as the Stampede goaltender. Smith taking the face off, which means Phillips is to the right. Phillips gets it stick on that puck, but the Stampede take it away. They look to get around Chisholm and Halbrook looking to push him around the backside of Hood. It's taken away by Halbrook. Halbrook with it.
Wow.
Taking it, slowing it down around the backside of Hood. Halbrook with it. Cross ice pass to Smith. Smith looking to get the deflection off the boards. It's picked up by the Stampede. Smith with a rapid turnaround shot. Another great save by the Stampede goaltender. Phillips with it to Chisholm. Chisholm fires. Johansson not able to get his stick down in time as Phillips takes a shot again, deflected off of the pads of the goaltender. Puck comes up to the top of the ice. Another shot saved by Stampede goaltender as Halbrook fires one off on the top of the blue line. 1:46 left to go in this game.
You know, this is a crazy tight game. You can go either way.
Again, don't forget to join us next Saturday, the 10th at 5:40 p.m. for senior night for your Stingrays. Smith not able to win that face-off draw, but Phillips putting the pressure on the corner. Smith getting in on that. Smith is going to be the one coming up with the puck, and the Stampede take it away. Stampede making a run through center ice, passing it up to the top of the boards as Johansson gets in there. Johansson's going to get called on a penalty for tripping now with 1:25 left to go here in this game. You're not in the way.
Huh?
You're not in the way. Right here. This is where you can go. All right. So Stingrays on a penalty kill now in the next minute 30.
Stingrays are going to be on a penalty kill for the rest of this game. They have to hold 4-5 for the rest of this game.
We got an empty net here as the Stampede have pulled their goaltender. All the parents are yelling. I'm pretty sure the players know that there's an empty net. As Ditsunin does not win that face-off. Here we go. As Phillips sends that puck in deep all the way into the Stampede zone. It's going to be picked up by the Stampede with 1:10 left to go in the game. Stampede making their way through their own zone. Yes, it's an empty net. Puck comes out again to center ice and through center. It is the Stampede with it. Stampede getting caught at the top of the boards. Stingrays Stingrays trying to get it cleared. The Stampede do it on their own. As puck deflects up. Noah Phillips again dumping it into the Stampede. Gets in and shoots wide. 40 seconds left to go in the game as the Stampede make another quick drive into the Stingray zone. Offsides on the Stampede with 33 seconds left to go. It's cleared. They're going to keep going with 30 seconds left. That puck is still alive with 25 seconds left to go in the game. Stampede making their way in, kicking that puck out of the way. Here comes Wilkerson trying to tap that puck out. 15 seconds left to go. Looking to get past Chisholm and Ditsunin. They center it up. They get an opportunity. Shoot! Deflected up and out of play into the netting over the head of Hood. 7 seconds left to go in this game. I think there was a little bit of confusion, because I don't think either team knew if the official had called offsides or not.
You can't call offsides in a situation like that. That's the new rule.
Okay.
Sorry, there's delayed offsides.
Gets it in, on it. Face off, comes to the blue line. Puck is loose. As Stingrays turn it around, and that is it. Your Stingrays win it. 1-0 over the Osceola Stampede here at the Kissimmee, at the Ice Factory of Central Florida in Kissimmee. Thanks for joining us here live on the KPHN. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, including the outcome. As always, let's go Stingrays. We'll see you next weekend for senior night in Daytona. See you on